Hey yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Black and Nerdy Tabletop. I'm your host, Stefanix, and today we're on Demiplane.com to go ahead and create our Starfinder character. I'm very excited. I'm very excited to make my first Starfinder character. I hope you guys are too. I figured you would not be here if you didn't know how to make a character, or if you knew how to make a character, whatnot. So it's very similar to making a character in Pathfinder. So if you know Pathfinder, then you already know Starfinder. So we're going to go ahead and right here on demiplane.com, if you want to make a character for Starfinder or Pathfinder or any other games out there that they support, which we'll look into that in a minute real quick here. Go ahead to demiplane.com for all your digital tabletop needs. And it's 100% free. You can subscribe if you want for extra feats and things of that nature. But here, 100% free to make a character. In fact, let's go ahead and get started right now. So we're going to go ahead. We're on the main Demi page landing page, and we're going to go ahead and click on characters. And as you get characters here, you already see we got a couple of things right here. We got Stormlight, we got Starfinder, Daggerheart, Aliens, Avatar, Candela Straw, Marvel multiverse role playing game, Pathfinder, Vampire the Masquerade, and coming soon, Hunter and Mutant, as well as 5e. All three coming soon. I believe this one's coming the end of the year, but let's go ahead and get started here. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go over to the Starfinder, click that, and click on Create a Character. So it does take a little bit of time for the character to come, character creator to come up, but like I said before, we get to go ahead and, you know, okay, there we go. Before I even finished, there we go. All right, so just to kind of give you a glimpse of what we're looking at here. On the left-hand side, this is pretty much the steps that we need to take to go ahead and create a character. So just once we finish here, that one or whatever here will turn into a check mark that looks just like that. Right here is where all the information that we need to fill out. Over here is the information that we clicked on. I'm sorry, this is the information that we click on, rather, I should put it that way, that we need to go ahead and click on in order to go ahead and select um, the category that we want to go ahead and resolve. This is where we resolve it. We get information here as well as selections here. And up top here, we also get things like our attribute points, which is strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. At the same time, we also get our saving throws, fortitude, reflex, and will. We also get our perception, which is all that's zero, and our hit points is zero. You may notice this U at the below here. This U represents how well we are trained in this particular selection here. So right now we are untrained. Note that just like Pathfinder, Starfinder has 5 different training levels. You have untrained, trained, experienced, mastered, and legendary. Each, with the exception of untrained, each skill level that you go to will grant you a +2 to that particular skill. So, for example, if we had fortitude right now is untrained, so we got 0. But if we were trained, we get a +2 to that. So there's that. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to go ahead and name our character. We're going to name our character Jero. Why? Because yeah. Anyway, so that's good here. We're probably going to choose the kitty cat character. So right there, going to choose kitty cat right there. And as you see right there, once we chose the actual portrait, we are done. It gives us a check. So we're going to go ahead and move on from there. The second one is the ancestry. This is also called race in other games here. And we have a host of different ones right here that we can choose. So today, we did mention the cats, right? So we're going to choose the Patra. So the Patra have a very interesting lore going on here. They were one of the few ancestries that their home planet was taken over by the Vesk, which like you see right down here. They're actually these lizard creatures here. So now the Skittermancers also got their home world, but the way the Skittermancers are, they're the kind of people who like to help whenever they can. So they're automatically to help the Vesk take over their planet and help the Vesk take over other planets because they're just cool like that, I guess. The Panthera, not so happy with the situation. So there's that. That kind of writes a lot of future lore for itself, especially when you're going against and working with a Vesk. So with that in mind, we're definitely going to choose a Patra. Notice that right here. The Patra says that you get ability boosts, as you see right there, in dexterity and charisma, but get a free one. At the same time, you get a flaw in constitution. This basically means you get a +1 in dexterity, +1 in charisma, and a free plus in any of these that you choose. and a -1 in Constitution. I want to note for a second there, where other games might give you, like, for example, in Dexterity, you might get a 14 or a 15 or a 16. In Pathfinder and Starfinder, they kind of get rid of that and just go with the modifier. So you get a +1 or a +2 or +3 and, or a -1, etc. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and choose Patra. As you see right here, just kind of quick overview. You get hit points for, and I know other games you only get the hit points for your class, but here in Starfinder and Pathfinder, you get hit points for your ancestry as well. So imagine choosing this big old bulky character, right? This huge giant of a character, and then choosing wizard, meaning that you only get 4 hit points. That don't make no sense, right? So this kind of makes it a lot better, in my humble opinion. You could go ahead and choose a Skittlemancer, for example, and they only get 6 hit points. But if they were soldiers, that means they trained as a soldier, so they get an additional 8 hit points. You know, where the Patra are much more sturdier than the Skittermancers are. Therefore, they do get better. I do want to make mention too. While you can't do it here, unfortunately, you will be able to create characters and choose ancestries from Pathfinder as well to go ahead and work in Starfinder. Same thing, vice versa. You can take a Patra, for example, and go ahead and play it in Pathfinder if you want to. So unfortunately, that is not here yet, but it will be there soon. So looking forward to it. Definitely looking forward to it. But let's go ahead and choose Patra for now. Remember, size medium, speed 25. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, dark vision. That's actually pretty cool here. As you see, they also speak Vesk. So yeah, choosing Patra. And now you have to choose the heritage of the Patra, the ancestry feats, and of course the boost that we just talked about. So with the heritage, we're not going to go ahead and too deep into this here, but we're definitely going to wait until we do our deep dive where we go ahead and talk about our heritage. But in the meantime, we're going to wonder, hey, why she keeps going to Disney Dreamlight Valley. Seriously, that's the second time you did that, girl. It's Disney. Stop. But we're going to choose a Hawker Stalker Patra. Why? Why not? As you see here, this is a very similar to like a subclass for the record. So here, this one actually gives me a +2 circumstance bonus to stealth checks for hiding and sneaking. And it also gives me survival checks for subsist and for survival checks for cover and track. So basically, it gives me bonuses when I'm doing certain things that really are very hunter-esque. So I do like that a lot. So we're going to choose that one. Now we're going to choose our ancestral feat. So with the ancestral feat, this is basically feats that are exclusive to your ancestry. Okay, so we're going to choose. It's a little hard to choose here. I'm just going to choose harmonic sensitivity. Why? I don't really know. I've never even chosen before. But this one gives. It looks like it trained in performance and trained in perception and deception. So, why not? Oh, I do want to make notice. If you look up here, notice how we chose our Patra, and we got a +1 in dexterity and a +1 in charisma, and a flaw, if you will, in Constitution. So I just want to let you know that's here. Oh, this is one of those insurance ones. We're just going to choose performance. I'll do a whole video about feats one other day. But long story short, this means that basically, with my harmonic sensitivity, this means that when I do a performance, I roll. There's like I don't even need to roll for most cases. Like I have a minimum amount that I roll, and I automatically get it without even need to roll. So, for example, with performance insurance, every time I perform, I don't even need to roll. Like I can like bang zoom. I got insurance assurance, which basically means that I got a minimum of I think it's my yeah. It's been a while. Let me see if I can choose it. It'll actually tell me here. It's one thing I like about this. Civilization cross 89 performance without spell and mentor it. It doesn't tell it doesn't actually give the actual. Oh, you know why? Because I probably need to choose here. Go back to harmonic sensitivity. Highlight insurance. There it is. So it says you forego rolling a skill check that for that skill to instead receive a result of 10 plus your proficiency. So I do believe that if I was to roll right here, 10 plus my proficiency might be +4. So I would get automatically, I get 14 with this, which I actually like. So that's cool. Now, with my ancestry boost, there you go. You get to choose between the default stuff, which in case for the Pathra would be the dexterity and charisma, and the free and the constitution flaw, or you can choose two attributes of your choice without any flaws. I'm going to go ahead and choose. Let's see. I'm going to kind of make it weird. I'm just going to choose Constitution. Like it does make it weird. If that's the case, why not just choose this? But it is what it is. Now, so I got to check here. So now I can go to background. So when it comes to background, I get to choose whatever I want. I'm actually going to choose one that I actually like here, and that is Vid Gamer. So Vid Gamer, as the name suggests, is pretty much a video gamer. As the text describes here, it says gaming is more than just a hobby for you. Whether you're a professional gamer, game designer, infosphere influencer, or just an enthusiast who mastered every video game worth installing, you're a vid game connoisseur who can spot virtual creations without a second glance. Now, first and foremost, considering that I am a game designer, so that kind of helps out, I'm very interested in what this infosphere influencer is. I'm guessing infosphere is like a media version of the internet, like YouTube kind of, but yeah, anyway, we're going to look into that one day. But anyway, it says you choose two attribute boosts. One must be either dexterity or intelligence, and the other one is a free attribute boost. You also get trained in computers. All right, so that's good. I get a now computer skill, which means that if I find a computer, I may be able to go ahead and hack it or whatever. And I also get vid game lore, which basically means that I get to I might be able to use my vid game lore to go ahead and convince someone that I like them or that we're cool or whatever the case may be. And then it says you also gain hologram skeptic. So long story short, hologram skeptic is pretty much allowing you to go ahead and without searching to see if you want to go ahead and see if you can see a hologram, see through a hologram. Long story short, it says you easily spot the tiny glitches and imperfections in holograms, even if you aren't searching. You can always attempt a check to disbelieve holograms and effects with the illusion and tech trait that normally requires you to search or interact with. So this is actually pretty cool because you can actually take this feat, which is a Starfinder feat, and bring it into Pathfinder, where you can actually do the same thing. Obviously, not the tech feat, but still cool. So I'm going to select this. All right. So now, remember, I got the attribute boost to choose, ability boost to choose. It's called attribute boost, but they haven't changed it here yet. And I'm just going to choose dexterity. When it comes down to it, strength is usually melee weapons. Dexterity is usually ranged weapons. Constitution is health, obviously. Intelligence is usually, intelligence. So computers actually work with intelligence. So I'll just choose that too. Wisdom is wisdom, but note that wisdom actually rolls into your perception. The reason why I'm mentioning that is because in Pathfinder and Starfinder, it's perception that you roll as a default for your roll for initiative. So not dexterity like in other games, but it's actually wisdom, which makes a lot more sense because wisdom is basically to understanding, you have enough experience to understand your situation that you're currently in. So with that in mind, or understand what's going on rather around you. So with that in mind, perception and wisdom obviously flow hand in hand, as most games say they do. But it actually makes more sense to have perception as your roll for initiative to be able to move faster and things of that nature. But not move faster, but to understand the situation where you react faster, should I say. Last but not least, class. So there's a lot of classes that are here: Envoy, Mystic, Operative, Solarian, and Soldier. I'm going to choose Envoy. Envoy is actually one of my favorite classes that I want to choose here, so I'm very excited that this is here. And it is a charisma-based class, and I get hit points of 8 plus my Constitution modifier. So as you see right here, I got 8 hit points, so I should go to 16 by choosing this. I'm also trained in Perception, which is good. I'm also trained in Fortitude save. Note that you could be expert in Perception too, which means that by default you actually get a boost in your roll for initiative just for being that class. Soldier, I believe. I choose Soldier right here. I do believe that. Nope, he's trained in Perception too. What about Operative? Yeah, he's expert in Perception, so he would get a +2 in roll for initiative. So just want to say that. But anyway, moving on here. So you get simple weapons and martial weapons, as well as unarmed attacks. You can only use light armor, unfortunately. But the cool thing about this character is that they have different ways to go ahead and affect their allies. Like I'm like, hey, go ahead and take him out. Let's go ahead and take him out. And if you follow what I say, then you get a bonus to it. But if I follow what I say, we all get extra bonuses to it. I like it. It's kind of cool. But here's the thing. My fortitude saves are trained, my reflex saves are expert, and my will saves are also expert. So remember I told you about the training, untrained, trained, expert, mastered, and legendary. So basically when it comes down to fighting the common code, I can dodge the common code physically. I can basically will it to get the hell out of my face. But once I hit the common code, there is no stopping me. I'm going to get sick. Okay, that's actually in real life, if I'm being honest with you. So yeah, let's go ahead and click it. As I click here, you'll notice that things will change up here as soon as it loads up. There we go. All right, so it loaded up. As you see, I got things right there. Reflex, I'm very nimble. I have a lot of willpower to move forward and to fight through things, especially mental attacks, whatnot. Fortitude, unfortunately, not so much. I probably want to stay away from COVID. I'm just saying. All right, so we got things going on here. So right now we need to finish the job. So right now we're going to choose our attribute boost. And when it comes to classes, all classes get 4 additional attribute boosts. So as you see right now, currently I'm at 0 strength, plus 2 dexterity, plus 0 constitution, plus 1 intelligence, plus 0 wisdom, and plus 2 charisma. So normal cases, if I was making this character, and really, I would actually put a boost in intelligence. And probably I would have put more than 1 plus 1 intelligence for my computer stuff. But unfortunately, I'm just making the character here. So I'm going to go ahead and put dexterity, wisdom, strength, and charisma. Note, like I said, my character will be very computer based when I make him. So I'll be putting more into my intelligence. But the reason why I don't put no into intelligence right now is because when it's time to choose skills, when you choose skills, your skills are whatever plus your intelligence modifier. So in this case, I think it's like 8 plus my intelligence modifier or something of that nature. Let me say 7 plus my intelligence. I'm sorry, 6 plus my intelligence modifier, which means I have to choose 7 skills, and that's tough. So yeah. I'm going to choose, now it's time to choose my initial proficiencies, which means that as an envoy, I can choose between deception, diplomacy, or intimidation. This is what I meant too, because I can't even choose, like I have to choose one of these, and these are actual skills. So this actually takes away from the stuff I can choose out of the 7, but I would always choose diplomacy. I'm not interested in always starting a fight, but I'm interested in talking it out. After all, I want to talk to you before I got to blast you. Hey, I'd rather you want to give me the money versus me having to take it from your smoking corpse. So with that in mind, okay. So now we choose envoy training skills. So with the training skills, once again, these right here represents the training. As you see right here, it's the first circle here, and I'm trained. I don't think I have any. Yep, I don't have anything here for that's expert or anything beyond that. So stealth, survival, and thievery are the 3 I'm going to go ahead and choose right now. Society is definitely what I'm going to choose. Now I got 4, so I got 3 more left. I'm going to choose piloting, just in case we got to go ahead and I got a little bit of training in how to fly a starship. Not a lot, but a little bit. I also have, and computers are really good for me wanting to go ahead, when we're flying a ship, I can go ahead and be its engineer. So that'll work as well. I'm going to choose medicine, and I'm also going to choose athletics. Why athletics when I got nothing in strength but plus 1? Well, that's actually why. So I can go ahead and do stuff like that. So also want to let you know too that when you do skills, and once again, I'll do a video on these separate skills. I'll do videos on these skills separately. These tell you the things that you can do here, or it did. Looks like it hasn't been updated, so I can't do it right now. Yeah, it hasn't been updated yet. So it'll usually go ahead and give you, like, it'll tell you exactly what you can do. And yeah, they didn't. Oh, they do give you some information on piloting now, so that's cool. But yeah, so far it hasn't been updated yet. So what about survival? That's actually from Pathfinder. Nope, they still got to update it. Right now they just got flavor text there. So they'll update it soon and give you a list of stuff that you can do here. In fact, I might have to, at the end of this, I'll go ahead and show you what I'm talking about through a Pathfinder character. Anyway, leadership. So here in leadership, now you get to choose which way that you want to go ahead and lead your team. So, or whatever. So that's actually pretty good. The one I would choose would be Infosphere Director. I just kind of like the way that is. So, for example, the best part is that I can create like a digital diversion, and like for example, if someone has like if we're trying to sneak in and I see two guards there, and I know the guards have comlinks, I can use my hacking device to go ahead and make the comlink kind of blare, and or say go back into the room and guard their left corner or something like that, and they'll go and leave, and I can go ahead and move in, kind of stuff like that. I absolutely love that. And the problem is that as you see right there, it gives me computers to go ahead and as my skill, and I already got computers from my background. So when that happens, it means that I have to actually choose a different skill, and that's the reason why I didn't want to put any more intelligence to my character. So I'm just going to choose acrobatics because why not? I'm a cat. All right. So now my envoy feat, meaning I can choose any particular feat that I want to. Um, I'm almost scared to do anything here, but I'm just going to go ahead and I'll choose take him alive. Sure. So, like I said, this is just one thing I'm just kind of doing just to kind of get out the way here. And we're finished with our character. So all these are for next time that you level. So, for example, level 2, you'll have to choose between three things: an envoy feat, which is a class feat, a skill and a skill feat and a skill increase. Um, Once you reach level 5, you notice that it says 6. 6 is when you get 4 attribute boosts. Attributes are up here, as well as another ancestry feat, and you get other things as well. So really, really good stuff here. Right here is where you normally would go ahead and be able to get like some equipment and whatnot. Unfortunately, they haven't updated it yet, so that's fine. This is just a play test anyway. So once you do that, you simply go ahead and save it, or just go ahead and click on character sheet because it looks like it saves automatically now. And let's go ahead and take a look at our character here. Now, before we do that, I did mention that well, let's take a look, see if we can do it here. Yeah, we can do it here. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so this is actually what your character sheet would actually look like. You got your name up here, Panthera, which is your ancestry, your class right here, your picture, which you can click this thing right here. And normally they have like themes, but they don't have themes right now. This is a brand new system right now, so they haven't updated the themes yet, but they will. It'll be cool. Here's all your attributes: strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. Your armor class, saving throws, your hit points, which for the record you can you see your current one here. If I put 5, and that's my damage, and I can also go ahead and heal by clicking heal. So whatever number here and damage, if that's damage or heal, I can do that. And also, if for whatever reason, let's say I have temporary hit points and I do, let's just say that 6 damage, it'll automatically take it from my temporarily, and then the rest would go to my current. So that's cool. Perception, speed. Note that perception is right here. You can roll your perception. That's cool. Just click on these things. A lot of things with numbers that come up with the icon like this, you can go ahead and click. Initiative, as I said before, your perception is usually your initiative, but you can change that depending on your situation. So, for example, if I decide that I want to shoot someone from the shadows, I can go ahead and roll stealth as my roll for initiative instead of perception. So there's that. Here's my primary weapon, my offhand weapon, which once again, I can click here and do attacking. So the first box is for your first attack for that round. Second box for the second attack that round. Third is for the third attack that round. So, and as you see right here, for those who don't know, when you're attacking, it's usually -5, no penalty. The second attack is -5, and the third attack is -10. But if you have a finesse weapon or agile weapon, excuse me, if you have an agile weapon with the agile trait, it actually is -4 and -8 respectively for the second and third attack. Here's the offhand and things of that nature. Here's your skills, and as I said before, I can click here, and this will tell you stuff that you can do with athletics. So, for example, if I'm untrained in athletics, I can still climb, force open, grapple, high jump, long jump, do all that good stuff. But only someone who is trained in athletics can go ahead and disarm somebody. Now, in normal cases, as a DM, I'll let you disarm or whatever, but you will take I will automatically force you to take a hit for it. So just letting you know. Yeah, I usually like a -5, I think it is, or either between 2 to 5, depending on the situation. Computers, let's see what this does. Oh, here you go. So, untrained people in computers can access the infosphere, and recall knowledge, which makes perfect sense. You can also, when you are trained in it, though, you can decipher writing, aka code. You can also disable a device. You can go ahead and hack, and you can also write a program. Like I said, that's cool. That is extra cool. Okay. Um, and of course, even you also have things like Arcana in here because magic does exist. Oops, magic does exist in this world as well. So you can also do magic stuff. The magic stuff and stuff like that is stuff from and you recall knowledge and earn income with your lore stuff. So that's cool. So my character, for example, can just come back from a video game convention and I made some money. How much money did you make? Well, let's find out. Okay, well, I rolled enough, so I have to check the charts, but I'm pretty sure with that 21, I made some good money, some good credits. Excuse me. Stealth right here. Conceal an object. If I'm untrained, conceal an object, sneak and hide. I actually don't need to be trained in anything here. That's kind of crazy. It's surprisingly piloting. I can recall knowledge on how to pilot without being trained on it, but being trained will allow me to navigate, to dive, to plot a course, to run over somebody, awesome, to stop, to stunt, and to take control over different things. So, like I said, really cool stuff. Anyway, moving on here, you have your spells. So, if your character does cast spells, which looks like I actually might have something to do here. So, so there you go. I don't think this is actually anything though, but I'm just saying. Spells kind of work like this. You go ahead and cast a spell. It tells you like how many actions you need to cast a spell. Remember, in Pathfinder, when you're fighting, you have 3 actions to choose from within every single round, so that works out. But this character doesn't have spells, unfortunately. All your feats are right here that you have. All of your details are right here. So everything, details and whatnot that you can fill out yourself, or things like proficiencies will be right here. Here's some notes that you can actually write here. So, for example, I can put new entry. Um, I can put yesterday I beat somebody in Street Fighter 65. Okay, so there you go. And after that, close it down. And those are your notes. So right here, as you see right there, I can type. It says right here yesterday, and that's the title of it. I can type in, you know, today, and as you see right there, nothing shows up because it has nothing to do with yesterday. But at the same time, I can do a search for Street Fighter, and this will come up here in the description. And as long as you spell Street Fighter correctly, it'll show up. Oh, correction. Oh, it showed up anyway. That's actually kind of cool. What if I typed in? It's a smart, interesting. It's a smart thing. So it knows that I spelled street wrong, but it pretty much can see that I actually spelled street wrong here. So that's crazy. Um, anyway, wow. So equipment is right here. For example, they'll give you the option to go ahead and get equipment later on once the game is fully released. But right here, I can go ahead and click on weapons. Um, let's try a laser pistol. So I can pick a laser pistol here. I think I don't know if I chose weapons or not. If I chose all, so I'll go back one. And I can put hack. Here's my hacking toolkit. And last but not least, armor. I use carbon skin. We'll just take that and call it a day. All right. So I'm not sure if actually I was not taken from my did I press the right button now? Okay. So the money part's not in yet, which means that it doesn't take away from your money. But I can go ahead and, like, for example, if I got a laser pistol, I click on primary and bang. As you see right there, it comes into here, which means that now I can go ahead and shoot my laser pistol. Um, Here's a hacking toolkit, and then here's armor. As you see right now, it says armor class 16, and it says unarmored. I can go ahead and click carboning skin, and I get armor, which is a +1 to my AC. So that's cool. Anyway, that's where we're going to end it today. So that's pretty much what it looks like. So just to give you guys a glimpse for those who are not part of here, I'm going to go ahead over to Pathfinder real quick and kind of show you, give you a quick glimpse on what a character would actually look like once it's actually finished here. I could actually show you one of my characters, but I mean, I got a pre-generated character right here to go ahead and show you some of the things that you can do here. So this is actually a lot more, like you see right here, a theme, which I can click here. And here's a whole bunch of themes that I can change to, whether it's the might and steel like this one, or I can go ahead and get the hand-drawn one. I can't change it. I can't change it, unfortunately, because this is a thing here. So let's go ahead over to here, load up my character. Okay, it's been a while since I've opened up this character, apparently, because the engine is now updating. All right. Oh, actually, I think they just updated it in front of my eyes. Oh, it's interesting. Come on. Come on, you can do it. There we go. So I can go ahead, as you see right here, hand-drawn. So this is actually what hand-drawn would actually look like. So it's represented to look like an actual, like if someone actually made it. So I like that one. I hope they make one that's very similar to the actual paper versions of it very soon. As you see here, I can also do this. This is clean light and clean dark, which is the one that the other one has. So at any rate, we're going to stop right there. So that's pretty much it. Like I said, here's weapons and all that. Um, I hope you guys enjoy Starfinder. It's actually looking to be a great game, and it looks like it's going to be a hell of a bunch of fun. And don't forget, you can actually, it's cross compatible. So you can play Starfinder on Pathfinder and vice versa. Let me know what you guys think, okay, about creating a character right here. Go ahead and comment below. Don't forget to hit the like button because it's 5 seconds for you, but it helps me out a great deal. Not to mention, I actually do enjoy making videos like this, and this definitely helps out. You guys have a good night. I'm out.